Hi, welcome back to my channel. So we come to lesson 4 of Henry Schradieck's The School of Violin Techniques Book 1. And this is a very important lesson because this lesson is not only practicing string crossing, it's practicing especially with wrist movement. And wrist movement only. So this is a very important skill you should have because this technique will use in basically all the repertoires. And if you learn this lesson well, it will make your playing more efficient, more smooth. If you never practiced this kind of thing before, it will be a challenge, but don't worry. In this tutorial video, I will demonstrate in 3 different speeds from slow, medium to fast. And you can use the progress bar to jump to wherever you want to study. And before the demonstration of each speed, I will point out the key points of practicing in this speed. And I will demonstrate the slow tempo will be quarter notes equals to 45, the medium tempo will be quarter notes equals to 65, and the fast tempo will be quarter note equals to 80. And I will give more details in different sections. So grab your violin and let's start. Okay, so first let's practicing in slow tempo. That is quarter note equals to 45. If you have metronome on your side, you can turn it on. I will also have metronome here when I demonstrate so you can clearly hear how to play. So before you play this lesson, you have to read all the notes that the composer or the editor wrote because it's a very important instruction before you practice each lesson, and usually it's the most important thing, like what they want you to practice. So definitely read it. For this lesson, it wrote exercises to be practiced with wrist movement only, keeping the right arm perfectly quiet. So there are 2 things. One thing is the wrist movement only, and the other one is the right arm perfectly quiet. Let me explain that in more detailed way. So the first thing is very important because most people actually don't know where are their wrists. Do you know? The reason I ask this question is in order to move your wrist and move it freely, you have to know where it locates. If you think the wrist is where is your crease, here, choose A. And if you think your wrist is actually a little bit over your crease, you can choose B. Okay, give you 3 seconds. Which one to choose? Yeah, if you choose B, you're right. The reason is our wrist is not in this crease because if you turn it back around, you touch it, it's actually a bone. We should find a joint. So you move up a little bit and you press down, you will feel there's a gap. So actually this part is your wrist. And here are many little bones. Together, here is wrist. It's not your crease here. Change my playing completely because if you think your wrist is in the crease here and try to move, you still feel it's very tense because that is not the right place for the wrist. And if you think, try to touch and find that joint place of your wrist and think about to move it from here. Do you feel it's more relaxed and flexible? Yes, so that is the right wrist place, okay? So first, to get the right body map of your wrist. In this lesson, when they say move your wrist only, you should think about to move it from here. Okay, so that is the first point. And the second point is to keeping the right arm perfectly quiet. So that is actually mean your upper arm. Keep your arm steady and basically just using the wrist to do the movement without string crossing with your whole arm. Okay, you can still move your bow in this way, but just don't use your upper arm as a main engine to string cross. Okay, so now let me demonstrate everything, each lines in slow tempo. Oh yes, I forgot to mention that for different speed, we'll use different bowing. If you check on the score, there's like a big slur over 2 measures, so that is not very beginner friendly. So I adjust the bowings for different speed. So for slow tempo 45, we will play 2 groups of 16th note, which is 8 16th note in one bow. practice all the slow tempo, how you feel. If you ever feel your left hand is tired, rest immediately. So make sure you relax. That is very important. A lot of people get injured from not knowing to relax. Okay? Alrighty, let's move on to the medium tempo. Alrighty, so for the medium tempo, that is quarter note equals to 65, and we adjust the bowing to one measure, one slur. So for faster tempo, you play more notes in one bow. This one, compared to the slow tempo, it will require you to move your wrist a little bit faster, kind of like this way, kind of like knocking a door. If you ever practice the vibrato, it's like the same thing, but it's on the right hand, and instead of doing this way, it's doing going down. This one actually is easier. You want to practice aiming to do this motion evenly. So you have to do it evenly in order to play all the string crossing smoothly, and it's not something like hit had bang da 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 da. So this is what you need to practice, is to try to control the motion, like how fast you move. So now let me demonstrate everything in the medium tempo. Did you make it all the way to the end in this speed? If you did, you're actually in pretty good level now, and you can challenge yourself to 80. If you feel it's a little bit challenging already, then don't get it even faster, to just practice from slower tempo to reach to 65. Put 65 as your goal. If you want to keep challenging yourself, let's move on to the fast tempo. Alrighty, welcome to the 80. If you're here, that means you're pretty advanced level. We play 2 measures in one bow, and since the tempo is very fast like this, think in this tempo, and we play, I don't know how many 60th notes are there. So that will be 8 groups. So there will be 32 16th notes in one bow and with all the string crossing. So this one will require us to to move your wrist very fast and very evenly. So it's not easy, and since we're playing down bow and up bow, so that will be a very good exercise for you to nail this skill. Okay, so let me demonstrate everything in 80. So after I record, actually I think there's another point. It's very important is to save your bow. Especially when you do the up bow, it's very easily you use a lot, and if you use a lot and still have a lot of notes, the more the notes get to the frog, it will be harder. So make sure you save your bow and don't end up with this situation. So maybe around here is still good, okay? Alrighty, that is all the contents of this episode. And if you like my contents, feel it's useful, please comment below to let me know because it means so much to me. And don't forget to subscribe my channel so you don't miss any contents. I will see you the next one.